We're just waiting. We're waiting.
We're on.
We're on. Hey, everybody. It is Thursday night. Welcome back. It is after the 4th of July, and we're all still here, so that's good news. I had some precarious moments on my vacation, that's for sure. Oregon people playing with mortars for the very first time. That's interesting. Hey, Mark, what's going on? Anyway, yeah, Thursday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is that time to do the RC Drift Talk. We were going to try to have a SDC judge kind of hop on with us, because you know what's coming. We're going to talk about that rule, or the rules that have just shown up, I guess you could say. We'll be talking about burn tunes. We'll be talking about what each of us are doing, new and preview stuff, and another plug for if you're interested in joining the stream. Oh, what the crap.
You've been frozen, my dude.
Yeah, I was frozen. Oh, no.
There you go.
Yeah, at least that's an easy fix. Anyway. Yeah, if you're interested in being on the stream, let us know, because we do need some people to fill some spots. It'll be fun. We always have fun here. What's up, Christian? What's up, Judd? DJ, do a kickflip.
Damn, already getting hit with kickflip demands.
I know.
Which, speaking of which, did y'all? I mean, you guys were probably there. Did anyone else see the whole little like train thing that DJ had going on?
Oh yeah,
these guys had going on.
That was me driving.
Yeah,
I was driving DJ's car I was driving DJ's car and filming.
Were you driving both
Crawling.
cars? Because that would be impressive.
What?
Drive both cars next time.
Well, it was I can't really do that.
Sure you can.
I think I was driving mine or DJ's. I don't remember.
I know you can drive with one hand, so if you just figure out how to drive with...
That's what I was doing. I was driving and filming.
No, but drive another car with your left hand.
How would I film?
Then you just use a chin mount thing or something. I don't know.
In my mouth. Dude, a 360
Judd
in my
says
mouth.
he was driving DJ's car.
Oh, okay. Then I was driving my car.
Is
and
that
filming.
in Discord?
Oh, I'll throw it in there.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. Oh, did
Forgot about it.
DJ first try? First try?
Probably not.
First try.
Let's see here.
Actually, yeah.
That counts.
Kind of sketchy.
Count it.
Count
Sketchy
it.
redo. Got it again.
Sketchy redo.
Hey, Mitch, what's going on? I heard it was your birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mitch. All right, 1, 2,
Yo,
3, hat. No,
birthday.
just kidding.
No, yeah, you can't do that here.
Happy birthday.
No, stop. Let's see. Hey, that auto parts guy. What's up?
What's up,
Finally
dude?
got to watch the live instead of the next day. Yeah,
Hell
welcome.
yeah.
Welcome. So let's just do a quick little overview of the whole little calendar thing. Tomorrow I get new tires for my car. Yay.
Nice.
Saturday is round 3. No, it's
Nope.
not round 3. It's
Round two.
2 of IRCDF. I don't know why it's not on my... No, it's July now. My gosh.
I know.
I miss a week, and it's like everything
I don't
disappears.
know what month it is anymore.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay. July 12th, IRCDF. Crap. Round 2. July 19th, SDC round 4. August 2nd, round 3, IRCDF. August 8th through 10th. Be there, because it's going to be awesome. 2 drift to death.
Yeah,
Any
yeah.
new news on that, you guys?
Yeah.
We have Associated came on board as a sponsor, and I heard their prize is pretty sick.
So it's a DC-10.
I don't know what it is. I just heard it's nice. Jake might
It's a
know.
buggy. It's a buggy, dude.
Yeah, it's
Like
a B7.
Adam, you're frozen again.
Oh,
No,
thanks.
it's DC-10 with a bunch of hop ups and then some other stuff, I believe. But yeah, so that'll be sick. And then A-Main threw us a bunch of stuff as well. We're still waiting to hear back on a few others, and AccuVance is going to be sending some stuff, and so it's coming together. We're getting everything rolling.
I don't know what's going on with my thing.
What is going on? You switched everything up.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't
dude.
switch anything up. Although my little identifier of which USB port I usually use has come off, so that could be it.
Hey, Dow.
Also, another calendar event is Sunday the 13th. This Sunday, Seattle is doing one of their, I think it's round 2 of their SDC comps, and I will be up there for that. So if you want to ride, hit me up. You can come with me.
Wait, what? Nick P. See you boys tomorrow afternoon. Carbon Fury RC and myself.
Yep,
Van
yep,
City
they're coming
RC.
down.
Right
Yeah,
on.
sick.
Okay.
That's
Yes.
cool.
Guess what, you guys? Because of Prime Day, we've got 3 wireless cameras. So I'm pretty sure we are the most mobile video production.
We got all the angles.
Yeah, we got a lot of angles now, which is going to be really nice because between
The angle in the judge's room.
the track cameras and the mobile cameras, yeah, we got it all covered.
Which I don't know if Ben's gonna be on there, be there Saturday. So that'll be a little bit interesting.
Are you
Oh.
coming Saturday?
I think I'm coming Saturday.
Well, I mean, Chris can fill in for commentating. I'll be judging, so I can kind of help out wherever, jump on the stream, explain stuff.
What's up with Chris and the whole Popeyes energy drink thing?
He's sponsored by Popeye Energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think with his car and stuff.
Yeah, it's the automotive side, but I mean, still, it's like kind of same.
Yeah, same.
Same, but different.
Yeah, will be streaming round 2 of Drift Federation this Saturday.
Sick.
I haven't tested all of these wireless transmitters all at the same time, so that'll be fun.
So we're gonna burn it to the ground.
At least
We're
it won't cause a
all-
lipo fire.
We're all going to be microwaved.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's safe. It's 2.4 and 5 gigahertz networks, so nothing that we aren't used to.
Judd, did you DoorDash churros and ice cream? That's insane.
Are you surprised?
No, but also like,
It's so random. Where are you getting churros from?
What a waste. Like DoorDash, right? Because DoorDash is already expensive.
yeah, that's crazy.
Pull out the
I mean,
trap,
I'm not
dude.
saying we haven't DoorDashed ice cream, but it's just oddly specific.
DoorDash
Churros and
ice
ice cream.
Dude,
I want it
got-
now.
I got a Snickers ice cream. I might be eating here shortly.
Yes, we are streaming round 2. I'm gonna put up a stream. Maybe do a little bit of talking. If Ben's there, then it'll be like normal. It'll look the same. I don't have any new graphics for that, so I don't know. We'll find out. Although, okay, so next week we're going to have Justin with Peachtree Drift. We are going to be talking about kind of the woes of your track shutting down and what they're in for, like coming on. What's their game plan moving forward? And then Dow has been tentatively reserved for the 31st, so we do need
Finally.
confirmation.
We finally get to hear the story of Dow.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. Wayne Johnson, the Seattle event will not be streamed.
Yeah. And it's hard for them, right? Because, like, are they in the same situation? Like, they're just...
It'll be at Willows this time. I know it was kind of going back and forth on where they were going to do it, but it'll be at the original Willows parking garage.
the original.
That's like pretty crazy that in this day and age we still have places struggling to have a track. I mean, doing SDC in
Yeah.
parking garage is pretty. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
it's better than nothing, but
It's definitely different from Seattle, or like all those guys, because they're spread out
Yeah.
by like 2 hours, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, and it's just so expensive to have one shop, and it's only drift. So, yeah.
Yep.
List of things.
Let's see, Christian. I'm trying to make a list of things that people should know when they are starting in RC Drift, and a different list of pro tips that most people might not know. Just a concept for a podcast we could make. Yeah, for sure. Ooh, I think we should bring back the ranking, Jake. Remember
What
when we did
ranking?
that? A long time ago, we did the whole from
like first what chassis and all that, and
like
Oh.
S tier chassis,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
eh,
like good entry level chassis just decided on,
Yeah.
price points, tunability, availability of parts, and
yeah.
there's probably only 3 chassis I would recommend anybody to buy today anyway.
Okay, which are
RDX, some sort of Yokomo, whether it be a rookie drift or MD, or not MD, but whatever SD, whatever. I don't even carry or even pay attention to what Yokomo is doing anymore. So whatever good entry level chassis they have at the time, and then an RDI or a MST ready to run. It just depends on your price point where you're going to be at.
I mean, what DJ? Are you gonna be competing with your RDX or your RMX? Or your Golem?
Nah, can't do that one as of right now. But
Dude, we're golming it up when we go to cross games.
I'm gonna try to be using my RMX again. I threw in the RSST and it's feeling a little bit better now. Feel a bit more smooth and whatnot, so I'm kind of liking that. But I'll always bring both those cars with me anywhere I go, pretty much.
Just a reminder, I just posted the Discord link there. Don't forget to join. Go post your stuff in Roast My Rig. Joey, I posted a Labubu photo because you social pressured me into doing something about that. So, yeah. At least it's like it's a collaboration of One Piece and Labubu. So, yo. Yeah, join the Roast My Rig discussion. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun time. Oh, did you guys like the AI rendition of the Logan Jake drift picture?
Did you read the side of my car?
It's like it didn't get it at all.
No, totally. I screenshot it and I'm like, what the heck is this?
Dude, to be honest though, like your car is like the first one where I've seen it like miss.
It's and also
funny.
it turned it from a GR. It turned it from a GR to a GT86. Did you notice that?
I did not notice that.
The headlights are a little bit more GT86 looking. Yeah, but whatever. First glance, it's all that matters. It's green.
All right, should we just dive into it? That's because GT86 is best.
Yeah.
No.
We're ignoring. Out of here. This guy. Ban this guy. How do you do that?
That would be up to Logan or
I can
DJ.
ban him. I'll do it.
Man.
I dare somebody. I want to ban somebody so bad.
Yeah.
So last
You
week,
put his ass in
All right.
timeout, dude.
last week, since we didn't have a stream, of course something important came up.
Yeah.
It's hilarious that it happened when it happened. But yeah, Super G, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing that I want to get out right away is that the rules for SDC did not change. They just went back on their banning of burn tune usage at their track in general. So you're now allowed to quote unquote burn tune drive around their track because they don't feel that it actually does damage the surface.
But at least he did the research into it. Like it was Joey and Steve going and actually saying, "Oh, they were able to mop it up," right? So it's not just like a yes/no decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were kind of keeping it. I think probably at first they saw what was likely going to happen was like an onslaught of burn tunes after Worlds, and their first reaction was just before we have anything too permanent happen, right? Let's just call it off for now. Please don't do it. And then we can look into it, and it turns out that it doesn't actually damage the track as much as they thought, or as they originally thought. And so now they're like, okay, yeah, it's fine. You can go for it. You can burn all you want. But I think it's important to point out that the rules for SDC still are the same that they set forth at the beginning of the season, right? So you still signs of your tire melting is still going to be considered what is the specific wording? It's unusual wear or something on your tire, and that what they say is that you would then be forced to get new tires. So that hasn't changed.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. If tires are melting, then they just sell you more tires and they make more money.
Yeah. So that's where as I was thinking about it, because when they made the post a couple weeks ago, I was thinking about it, and I was like, because I was seeing if they had changed the rules, and I realized they hadn't. But then I also got to thinking about, like, how does this actually work? Because to me, my biggest question is, we were talking about it before the podcast, but okay, so say the final battle ends, and I don't know what would happen. I mean, presumably, to even have a situation where someone's tires are checked, somebody would have to protest, right? The judges aren't going to go downstairs and just be like, show me your tires. Well, as far as we know, it's not a typical thing. Every contest we've done so far, you get teched before, and then the only other way something happens is if the judges like specifically see something, like someone messing with their battery or something. You know what I mean?
Now, I do only think that this would come into play if, like, someone, like, when you're watching the round, when you're watching the battle, like, if you get gapped, right? Or if there's any sort of, like, unfair grip advantage, right?
Yeah. I mean, then it would be obvious. So are you going to then be expected to protest on the grounds that you think they're burning? Is that even allowed? Are you allowed to do that? This is really, it would have been, I meant to get in some questions to Shane, even if he couldn't make it tonight, but these are all questions that I have. So, like,
that's what kind of how I would look at it too. It's like, I mean, if you're going down the straight or just in a sweeper and you're just fully, the lead car is just literally all of a sudden just gone. It's like, I mean, I would probably be like, hang on, I'm going to protest this one. There's some shenanigans going on here.
So we're protesting. So then every time someone gets gapped, is there going to be a protest where the judges have to come down and look at homeboy's tires?
Yeah.
So then
it's like, check them.
Yeah. Because it's not hard, it's not hard to do that. Like, it's very easy to just like straight up like get into a sweeper, have someone on your door, and then just hammer it, just drive out of them.
Yep.
So,
and then further, like, okay, so say a whole, well, I guess I kind of see where this would come into play, but like, it'd feel pretty bad if you were one of the people on the losing side of this. But say you get to a final round and for whatever reason that they look at the tires and see that they're clearly melted. Well, it's like, well, clearly that's been the case the entire contest, right? So
yeah.
Now what?
But I mean, there's definitely pros and cons to melting your tires or getting doing the burn tune or whatever. Because it's like at some point the tire is going to get so hot, you're going to be too gripped up, and you're going to just not be able to drift really. So it's like you can't chase with that. I've done it myself, and it's just like, you get too far, too much grip, and it doesn't work.
Well, another con is that, like, okay, so now we're in this predicament of, like, you're responsible for buying new tires if you're, like, assumed to be doing, like, burn tune or your tires are in question, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, that's fine, but it's a double-edged sword, right? Because it's like, you're going into this battle, right? And sure, it'll work like maybe once or twice, and then you have to go buy a new set of tires. And now you're on a new set of tires.
Yep.
Like,
and it takes at a minimum, it takes like 2 minutes to break in a set of those tires. Like, depending on how big your track is, or it's Super G. I think it was like 4 laps or 5 laps. I don't remember. But
well, couldn't you just?
I was just like,
couldn't you just like? If you had an ideal layout for this scenario, because my theory about what happened at Worlds was that basically the tires were being heated up in the gentleman's area only to go onto the straight where you get a huge advantage in the grip, but then the rest of the run you're like a normal, you don't floor it so hard anymore, and then you're that grip's gone away and now you don't have the issue. Right, because if you watch those battles, mostly it was just a big gap on the straightaway.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then
I agree.
With the rule, you have to get new tires. So then you get your new tires, and then you just go light them off in the gentleman's area again.
But that's not going to happen during battles. Like in top 8.
Well, I guess we don't really know.
You have to go into it. No, you would have to go into a battle with brand new, fresh tires. They're not going to let you break them in. Like, you you screwed up your first set, you had to buy a new set. Like you're having a brand new set and you got to go do a battle against whoever. It's like, no
I think
way.
if you ask me, I think you could run like really high rear, not really high, but pretty high rear camber. And if your RPM is high enough, like you can get them going in just a couple turns. Like I think it happens pretty quick.
So okay, if we think about different tuning styles though, right? Like if we talk about Dr. H's tuning style, it's like his ideal car is going to handle the same wherever, whenever, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like the instant that you change a tire on there, then there's a variable. So it still may be consistent grip, but it's a different level of grip from your last round, right?
Yep.
So there's a lot that goes into this, because like you can play the game, be a part of that game, and maybe gain an advantage. But what I do know is that burn tune, just a burn tune, does not give you like that much of an advantage.
No, it does not.
I mean, if you get a 4 or 5 car length gap on the straightaway, that's going to make your run look a lot better in your favor. I think they still are going to judge lead to lead first and then chase to chase. But I mean, if you can do a decent lead and build a 5-car gap, you know, that's a pretty strong advantage in your favor. And like for me,
I mean, yeah, but as a judge, I would look at that and be like, obviously this person is using the burn tune to their advantage to run away from the chase. Like it's kind of like unsportsmanlike in my opinion. So if you're going to run away from someone, run away from it in a corner. Yeah. You know, don't use a straightaway where you can be faster. That's stupid to me. But yeah. I just it's not something that I'm ever interested in doing.
Yeah. But you know, if people are gonna want to do it, that's why I have so many questions about the enforcement side of it, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's why, you know, when we got back from STC, obviously it became an issue. And so I started tuning away from that because I never tuned for it. I never wanted to do it. I just stumbled on it. It started happening.
I think we've all come across
this is kind of sick.
Yeah. Okay. Sick.
Hey, but obviously since it, you know, got brought up after Worlds, I'm like, okay, I need to start learning how to tune away from that. And I did for a long time up until just now I still don't do it, but you know, now that it's available, I'm like, okay, I'm probably going to do it again.
Well, it's fair because it's like it's something to practice because you have to assume people are going to do it.
Exactly.
Right?
That's the thing right there. It's like, I mean, I'm going to Worlds to compete, to try and, you know, win. It's like if I don't use this tool that everyone else is using, what's the point?
Yeah.
It honestly seems like that special attack in a video game that also depletes your life.
And
100%, yeah.
I think especially you and DJ have good reason, like you getting 4th and DJ finishing high as well. Like, these are things that we need to pay attention to.
I got beat by the person who was burn tuning, so I don't want to go in burn tuning myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
DJ's got a reason.
It's not like
coming in.
We are all people who shouldn't care about it because I think honestly we all have a chance that it's possible that we could win. Yeah. So
Dow's also bringing up something I don't know. Also, aren't current rules that you can only contest 1 point or area? I think that's true.
Yeah, current rules you can only contest like, you know, the entry to zone 1, and that's it.
Yeah,
you know, with that couple of feet. So I don't know with the whole like protesting his tires. Oh, he ran away from me right there. You know, I don't know how that would work out. So,
yeah, I think there's just more clarification needed.
Yeah,
about how,
unless it's just a thing that the judges might just like come down and, you know, do a quick glance at the lead car, you know, tires, whoever was running away, just quick look at their tires real quick just to see unusual tire wear and then make a judgment call based on that. So
and I'm sure all of this stuff will be addressed too. And there's plenty of drivers meetings and we all know how those drivers meetings go. Like,
the same question will get answered 7 times in a different format and be answered different every single time too.
Isn't there a cost to contest? To protest?
I don't think so. No. I've heard in years past there was, but I don't know. I've never got a firm confirmation on that. So I like the idea of that being a rule, maybe like $2, you know, so it's like, yeah, I don't know, if nobody has $2 cash on them, then you know, you kind of like you know, I don't
I'm
know,
gonna bring
something
three
like that.
$2 bills.
Yeah, me too.
Just
I
watch.
got them in my bag. I actually already have $2 bills in my bag, so I'm ready to go.
It'll
We
be
got a lot of
I'm gonna pitch
comments on this, so let's go through some of these comments.
well. Yeah, I'm kind of going with that. Josh Reading says you can't just don't burn tune. There's too many variables in the way people tune their cars
Yeah.
to just don't do something.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if I can tell myself not to do it, but if someone else is doing it and then you know, that's theoretically that could be an advantage, and I'm, you know, not super
Yeah.
interested in giving people
Yeah.
advantages.
That's the thing. It's an advantage that's available to every single person. So you need to learn how to use it too.
Yep.
So
Dow also comes up with another good point. If you contest tires, if it's not a burn tune, you forfeit any other contesting you could have done. Like 2 over.
Yeah, but then I don't know. I don't like penalizing. Maybe I could see like after 2 or something.
Well, no, like I see his point. Like if you're solely focused on burn tune, like you get blinded by that. There are so many
Yeah.
other factors that you could have contested, right?
yeah, yes,
It's
Yeah.
like, oh, he hit me, but I'm contesting a burn tune.
yeah,
Yeah, but what if you just get gapped on the straightaway bad and you're like, because you have no idea. This is what I'm saying. These things all need to be clarified.
so
Because
many
right now, like,
variables.
we don't have any idea. Are they expecting us to just protest when we think someone has burn tune?
Yeah,
Right. So we don't know. But if that
That's
is
the
the
problem.
case, then you shouldn't be penalized for checking, because how else would you know unless you actually like looked at their tires, which I don't know if you noticed, but people aren't exactly you know, displaying their cars around competition time.
yeah. But also it's hard because it's like on, you know, when it comes down to like an actual competition battle, people get nervous. It's like the lead car, the chase car, he could let off throttle just a little bit where he needs to be full on throttle, and then the lead car's gone, you know. So
Yeah.
it's just like there's
Yeah, exactly.
there's a lot of very small, fast moving variables that come into play. So it's
Yeah.
like you can't always just blame the tire.
Yeah.
Or the burn tune or whatever.
You did nail it on the head there, Sean, though. We do need the amount of content we've got out of this damn burn tune shit is great. It's perfect for us.
Oh, it's such a trigger point too, though, right?
It is
Because it's
dude.
like we try to stay away from it, but ultimately it came back.
Well, I think we were pretty much done talking about it, but then the announcement happened, and then really nothing changed competitively, but I got to thinking about it.
Going back to the whole gap thing, Josh Reading, if a person can pull a 5-car gap on their competitor, the likelihood of them actually being able to chase that person is pretty low. So would it be considered an unchaseable line at that point?
I mean, I've pulled like in my battle, the first battle I had at Super G, I had a pretty big gap, and it obviously wasn't because I was burn tuning.
I mean, I think
And I think that helped me win the battle because there was not really much of a chase, right?
Gotcha.
Young Takumi, yes, the cars have to stay on the track at all times during the competition.
Mm.
Unless you lose, you can take your car off, but if you win, your car stays on the track. Cannot take it off. You take it off and walk away, you're DQ'd, you're out, you're done.
Sean, you can't think like this. Just go win. Just keep that mindset. You can tell when someone's setup sucks by watching. My car is slow as hell. I'm not gonna be protesting every run when I'm the issue. Haha.
See, well, I mean, you're a good person and you look, you self
Yeah. Fair
so-
play to you.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like the point I made about like Jake and DJ both have proved that they could win, the event. So it's a little more. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to just not care, but I feel like when you're close to winning something that's that prestigious, at least for us.
Having a heavy car that knows how to tune and rear grip but doesn't have a high OTR. Oh.
Yeah, that's true. People will definitely be embarrassed, but that's what I'm saying. I wish we just need more clarification on how it's going to be enforced.
So, David, this is what was also a part of that article because he loaded it up to, I think, the absolute maximum, like almost 1100 over the rear, right?
Yeah.
And stuff was happening, right?
Yeah. So the way that would work is, the friction formula is just mass and surface area. I think I might be way off base on this, but basically, I think all that really matters is how much weight you have over the rear and how fast the tires are going is going to determine, how quickly, or if you do get to that temperature where the plastic will start to melt, because that temperature is constant, right?
Yeah.
So there would be a graph if you had weight on one axis and you had like wheel speed on another axis. I'm guessing there would be a graph where those cross over into that temperature zone. So the more weight you have, the less wheel speed you need to reach that temperature. The less rear weight you have, the more wheel speed you need to reach that temperature. There's probably like a pretty smooth line. And it probably wouldn't be that hard to figure out. Like you could probably just, measure, test a bunch of things and plot a line on that. And it would probably be pretty consistent. Like if you had two completely different chassis, both of them are 1100 grams. They both probably melt the plastic at the same wheel speed.
Eve is going to be so annoyed answering dumb questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But camber also plays into it, I think.
Panda, Dow says, don't recall any costs to protest as far as back as 2021.
Yeah, I don't think there's a cost. I know some regions do that, but not at Worlds.
Lance is saying burn tune is specific to high RPM and melting the tires. A heavy car with a grippy tune doesn't fit that. We are seeing heavier cars come back into play, though.
Yeah,
I mean, more pressure on the rear is going to change the wheel speed at which that you need to get to that temperature. That's why 1100 cars, they just have more grip in the rear, right?
Oh, if you didn't figure it out, they were doing the math, the RPM of the tires. That's what the article was going by, not the RPM of your motor. Because if you are going to do that, just remember to multiply whatever 2600 RPM by whatever FDR you're running.
That's what I was saying. It's wheel speed, not motor speed. Because, like I said last time, my RPM on my motor is probably high, or my wheel speed's high, but my weight is low, and it's just you got to measure your wheel speed. That's where you're gonna figure out.
Oh,
why not use tire
You guys are ahead of me in terms of comments. Okay, just catching up. Whoops. Wayne Johnson. Yeah, I had this thought the other a while back too. Why not use tire warmers? Yeah, because they exist.
Yeah,
they exist.
Joey and I talked about that. Yeah.
I think that is covered by the rules, though.
Is it?
Yeah. Good luck with that. Having your car, didn't you have to have a tire warmer sitting on your car on the side of the track in the pit lane? No thanks.
Yeah.
Could you watch tech?
Any foreign substance modifying or tire warmers are forbidden.
Car tech with a FLIR camera. That'd be intense. Lance has a FLIR camera. Use that thing to the max. New topic. How long do judges look at a decision before calling it a one more time? Hey, that's a good question. This is relative, man. I feel this pain.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely I get that for sure. For me, I don't feel like OMTs are always the case unless there's enough mistakes made by both drivers, lead and chase, to basically cancel everything out. So, and then you go OMT. But
But what if there's no mistakes? Jake, you're frozen. No, I didn't
back.
get. We didn't get any of that. If you did say anything.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. There's always a mistake.
Yeah, I had been that the last RCDF round we had a couple of mine that I was like getting a little impatient.
Yeah.
Where it's like I want them to come out and have a decision, but I also like I don't like doing OMTs. I hate it actually. I'd rather just lose or win, but it's it gets to a point where you're just like, yeah, I don't know. There's definitely such thing as too long.
Yeah, I just when there's cash on the line, I just wanted to make sure that
For
if
sure,
I'm making
yeah.
call,
No,
that's
I get
just the
it.
biggest thing. You know, if it was any other comp, I'd be like, yeah, whatever, we can figure, just move it along. But when
Yeah,
there's
I'm
cash,
not like. I think in both of the cases where it did take a while, it was the case that there was an obvious winner. Like that was the case.
yeah,
Like it's just a matter of noticing it. Oh, this guy was actually too off in this one spot or whatever it was.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't like one more times. I do think that they're necessary. I also don't like the scrutiny behind like I understand making sure we want to have the right call, right? Because this is important.
Yeah.
Right?
I would hate the biggest thing I don't want to do as a judge is miss a zero, basically.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, especially when there's money on the line, it's like I don't want anybody to be pissed off and feel like they got shortchanged. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it's hard. It's not fun.
You could wire them into the wheels. Wait, what were you talking about? Taylor, clarify.
She wants thermocouples in the wheels to measure tire temperature.
Oh, okay.
5 minutes. Did we have any calls that took over 5 minutes for a drift federation?
I don't remember.
I don't think we did, but it's probably close. But I don't think we had 5 minutes. But
no, I mean, as far as last STC competition, I do know that we were there like at that time range.
Oh, that was okay, Josh. You're talking about round one, and now we don't talk about round one, buddy.
Yeah, round one was different.
Yeah, that was yeah. That does. We didn't even do round one. What are you talking about, dude?
Oh, geez.
There was technical difficulties on that one, dude.
Josh. Shh. We don't talk about these things.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, like ideally, a OMT is just if the two runs are similar enough that you can't call a winner. Ideally, you can call a winner.
Dude, Joey. Heat trace inside the wheel with an induction charging circuit that energizes the heat trace wire with the rotation of the wheel.
Or
Man.
lasers.
That, like,
These are things like I wish we could go baller out on it. Like we could these like in F1, you'd hire like a lab or somebody to like tell you exactly what temperature and all this stuff. Like you just hire some research company to like, okay, here's all these tires. Tell me what temperature they melt at and what's the ratio of weight to wheel speed and surface area that you need to get it to melt and all this, and they'd give you all the numbers.
Taylor, we're just talking about it. We're not complaining about it. But yes, yeah, checking after each.
Yeah, I mean
winning car.
that's an option. The issue at Worlds is that all the judges sit upstairs.
Don't talk to me.
You could have like a fourth official on the ground, a tech official on the ground that just literally looks at everybody's tires after a run. But
I mean, it could be the guy that sets the cars at the start line.
could be that. But even then, like after a run, like okay, you did the run. and then someone's found to have burn tune tires, right? Melted tires. Do you redo the run after they buy new tires? Is that what you do?
Right. But at the same time, like, you are now at a disadvantage, right? 100% disadvantage. Because, like,
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's. See, I think the penalty should just be way worse. Like, if you're seen to have melted tires, then you lost. Is what I would say.
disqualified.
Yeah, you done. Sorry. If you're gonna put it on there, like, yeah.
Run what you brung. My thoughts are use your car and tires how you want.
Don't tell me to one ride what I brung. I'll bring a freaking fan car, dude. I've been talking about it.
It will affect you one way or not. Run what you brung. But everyone's supposed to be on the same mentality of you're tuning for a tire, right? So,
yeah.
Like,
it's a spec tire, and the tires are not intended to melt when you use them.
Burn the tires.
I can't tell if Jake's frozen or just not. Okay.
he's reading his phone, man.
Yeah, I'm just fucking in the chat, dude, chilling.
He's doing other important stuff other than paying attention. Which, hey. So this next issue of Dark Mag is going to be featuring Junior. Junior's going to be there. And then your boy, Jake, I'm going to be interviewing him on Monday.
Nice.
So we'll be doing some cool stuff. If you have any questions that you want answered, hit me up because I'll ask him and we'll see what he says. Or you can ask him now and maybe I'll put him in. Who knows? Let's see. What else do I have here? All I know is that there's going to be some interesting strategies going on. Because could you imagine, like, a person's going to buy, like, 10 sets of tires, try to break them all in, right, like, in qualifications?
Yeah. That'd be crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, we need to avoid any situation where we're, like, killing multiple sets of tires in a weekend, because I'm not down for that. But yeah, like I said, the situation will unfold. I'm sure it'll be clarified a lot before before the event comes around.
All Heart RC, what do you guys think about the Dark Mag?
I love it. I think it's really cool. At first, I was kind of like a little like skeptical. I don't know how much you can cover on just RC drifting, but I get it. It's super cool though. I saw the first magazine and I was like, yeah, this is rad.
It's fun. Yeah, it's cool. I'm glad somebody's doing it. Hopefully they're having a fun time doing it.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Steven messaged me and he said that one of the interviews is going to be Troy with Roadside RC. So that should be an interesting article. Josh, but could you do that, or is the tire marked for the event? Kind of marked for the event? I know you have to return your tires, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to have pre-broken in tires in the current rule set.
Oh my gosh, Joey.
Joey, at some point we have to not listen to Chat GPT.
Oh boy. DS Racing should release the information since it is unknown.
Chat GPT was like, I don't fucking know. Ask them.
Josh, joined late and maybe I missed it. Is Jake a Rev D driver now?
No.
He's just wearing a shirt.
However,
every time I wear this shirt, somebody asks me, dude.
Are you sponsored by Rev D? He does not believe in drift.
No, just bought a shirt.
But let's talk about Jake's kind of long laundry list of teams. So who are you driving for this year?
Sponsored or
Sponsored. PDX is
sponsored is the D1.
Washington internet is taking a huge
sponsorship
shit right
is
now.
still just. I know. Is it freezing?
Yeah, you're.
Yeah,
What's going on here?
your dial up, dial up status.
Oh my god.
Someone called you a Harley
This is
internet.
horrible. I know. Yeah, I need to hardwire this thing, and I've been lazy.
I mean, you
Is
know,
it better?
your whole like other chat, Jake, is like full of tech nerds. Like,
No.
you have people.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you don't need a tech nerd to have fast internet.
I'm just saying.
yeah. Well, I'm stuck. I'm stuck with the internet I have. I can't get different internet. It's all hardwired. Well, I maybe can, but I have to pay a lot more. But I just need to get an Ethernet cable and just plug it in, so that way it's just better.
I don't remember it being this bad the
but-
last time you were on.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the weather. Is it better?
It's a little better, yeah.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's still just D1 Fighter for sponsors and Macklin. So, or McClan,
whatever you want to pronounce it.
McClan.
Yeah.
McClan. Oh, speaking of which, did you guys see RPX 4? That's a thing now.
What is that?
Judge told me about it. Seen it.
So if you didn't know, like one of the most popular ESCs on the market right now is RPX2. Yokomo tried to release an RPX3, fumbled the ball hard,
Terrible.
very hard, and now they're back with the RPX4. And it looks
Well,
like
yeah.
it looks
What was
right.
the issue with the 3?
It just didn't work. People couldn't get it to connect to the Wi-Fi. The programmer, it just like it literally just didn't work. It was so bad.
Just like
and
that.
then it slowly worked, I think, or they just got rid of it. I don't know what.
Like
When did the 3 come out?
2 years ago, something like that.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, we can't think like that. RPX is going to fail like the RPX 3. Nah.
Heads will roll, dude.
RPX 3 came out in 2022. Jeez. That's crazy to think about. Okay. Just a reminder, chat. Don't forget Roast My Rig, because that's where we're going to be going. And I think we're going to be doing a lot of it. So put some pictures in there so we can go through some pictures. Although, hey, what are you guys working on, like, as of late? Because it's been a week since we've gotten to talk about anything, really.
I straight up haven't really driven in like almost a month.
DJ was actually talking. What were you going to say, DJ?
Oh, I said, what aren't I working on is the real question. Right now, I'm actually working on the triple wiper system.
Yo.
I noticed a little bit of slop, so I'm adding some shims in there and gonna add some spacers to the steering arms. But other than that, popped in a new servo into the main car and trying to get that all dialed up.
DJ, do a tail whip.
Do a tail whip. Don't make me freaking.
Drift car. You didn't.
Oh
you
wait,
didn't specify.
That's right.
All
Tail
hard,
with the drift car.
all hard RC. I'm going to work on an LP86 and make a carbon fiber chassis with titanium bolts. Should be cool when I'm done. Right on.
Nice.
It's
I love
really, really intensive, like how many different things you can do to an LP86. Like, did you see their new like front bulkhead for it? It's crazy. Crazy. Dark Drift, I rock an RPX too. Yeah. Taylor's working on a kart. Taylor, when's your next race? Kart race, that is. Yeah, the flex suspension. Ooh. Is it flex? I don't know. Like, it's got a weird... It's not like a one piece, but it's like a weird angled thing going on. Tacoma this weekend. Good luck. Do some winning. Go win. Okay. I keep on coming back to this. Oh, you know what happened? A fantasy front end came on, like, was on Marketplace or like on one of the drift pages. And it was so cheap. Like, I saw it for like 150, 160. And then it dropped down to 130. Chase, like, tagged me on it. I'm like, oh, okay. But friggin' Prime Days.
You spent all your money on cameras.
Well, okay. Let me tell you about this story here. So I had family over for this. Yes, Jonah Cheese front end. Yes, from Hawaii. So I had family over, and man, we had a 2-year-old. My sister brought her 2-year-old and her kids, and man, the terrible twos are a real thing. So he was up at our entertainment center and spinning knobs, and before I know it, my little amplifier that I use to drive my subwoofer has now gone to heaven.
Well, how?
He was spinning knobs. It was a 3,000 watt.
Was it on?
Yeah, it was on. What do you,
Oh, Jesus.
like all I know.
Pranked everything.
I'm in my room just playing a game. One of my nephews comes in and says like, "Hey, Uncle Adam, we just heard a pop. We don't know what it was." I'm like, oh, great. So I pull my amp out, and like, sure, it's not working. It's got basically Red Ring of Death from the Xbox days, and like I pull it out and I start shaking it, and it's like rattling now. So sure enough, the MOSFETs, one of them blew up, and I don't know if there's anything else that's damaged. So because Prime Days, I just went and bought a new subwoofer. Thanks, Prime Days.
Smart.
All Heart RC, I run the Hobbywing G3 Pro X, and it runs a little warm with a small fan, so I put on a bigger fan, and it seems to dissipate heat better. That, I actually wish Hobbywing would kind of get in gear and just run a standard 30 by 30 fan, or a 25 by 25, 30 by 30. Whatever the normal fan that we do. You're the uncle with all the cool stuff. Darn right I am. I was teaching my, like, 7-year-old niece how to drive stick in the sim.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Man, I've never said, now slowly release the clutch. Slow. Now back on the gas. It was fun. Jake, what are you working on this week?
At the track or at home?
Whatever you do.
Jeez,
You
dude,
do
is
you.
this not working?
Yeah, it's working. It's just
Oh
not
my
not
God.
working very good.
Killing me, dude. Damn it. I've been working on my GOM lately.
Because you're going to cross games.
Yeah, trying to get ready for cross games, so I'm gonna drive a GOM there. So
It's what, September 6th, 7th, and 8th? No.
yeah,
It's like the
yeah.
first weekend of September.
Yep.
What do you
So,
like about
I've
your
been
GOM
running
versus
the,
your GRKs?
I'm going to an overdose event. So,
Well, I mean,
so
I
that's all that it is.
I mean, being that the GOM is what you're driving, what
Yeah.
are there things you like about the GOM better?
So the biggest thing is like once I realized that the spec tire is a rolling denser, I have some, and so I put those on my D1, and it was just a lot more gripped up than I liked, and I didn't really want to change the car for those tires, considering I'm going to be going to Worlds literally a month after. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole of changing it. So then I put those tires on the GOM and drove the GOM, and I've been wanting to like get the GOM driving better anyways for a while. So I just spent 2 days tuning the front end. Basically the rear end's been fine, tuning the front end and the ESC and the motor. and I got it driving really, really nice. So I really like it. Happy
But
with it, so.
are there like differences between the GOM and your D1 that you prefer on the GOM?
For sure, yeah. I think that the GOM snaps a little bit harder in the transition and holds a bigger angle, or deeper angle, I guess. So yeah, it's a lot faster to like actually transition and snap.
Mhm.
So yeah, it just holds
Interesting.
the line really nicely.
What's
But,
the motor setup on
yeah.
your GOM?
10.5 agile now.
What's the position of it?
Straight up. I have the high mount motor plate, but I don't have it back. I have it directly straight up, and the battery is kind of like in the not all the way back, but not all the way forward, kind of like mid. It's like I think the weight bias is like 68 or 69.
It's
in the
still
rear,
that
so.
rear heavy.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Huh.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of aluminum back there.
Yeah, it is.
Just a lot
To
of
do all
aluminum
of
in
it.
that whole car.
Yeah.
So Dow's asking V1 or V2. You're on V2, yeah? High mount plate?
What?
Your motor
Yeah,
plate.
yeah. Yep. Yeah. I got the short one, the little one.
Genki, does
Yeah.
a high motor GOM drive similar to a Yokomo or RDX? Got a GOM. I got together and unsure on which motor setup to choose.
Oh, like motor positioning?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would say it's pretty similar to like a Yokomo. RDX is very different. Just, I think most of the time the drivability of a chassis comes from the front end, like setup, as far as steering system and all that. So that's my personal preference, at least, or input on that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Like, because as far as GOM goes, right, I just have transmissions as far as that goes. So
Yeah.
I do have a high mount and a low mount, and honestly, both of them drive fine. The high motor mount is a little bit more playful for me, so that's kind of what I like about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like my GOM is like really like nimble. Like for how heavy that car is and how like rear weight bias that car is, like it's just, I mean, you can literally drive that thing anywhere you want, and you can recover from mistakes very easily. Like it's easier. It's probably I would probably say it's the easiest chassis I have to drive. So
The GOM?
which is kind of crazy. Like
Yeah.
my GRK5, I feel like you have to be driving it 100% the whole time. And my D1 is like similar. It's easy to drive, but like you have to be very committed to driving it. But the GOM is like you can just kind of, be more playful with it, and it'll just kind of drive through a lot of stuff. So
Dow's asking how heavy your GOM fully loaded is, Jake.
that's a good question. I haven't weighed it in a while, but gosh, that's a really good question, dude.
DJ, do you know yours?
Digging the photos.
Not off the top of my head. I know I did weigh it though. It is pretty hefty, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're chunky. I know that.
Let's see here.
Oh man.
I don't even know where we'd be.
Nope, that's not it.
I could have sworn I weighed mine.
This might be it. Let's see here. If this is the right one, it's 1522.
Oh.
Who knows what
Jeez.
that is, though?
I got mine actually. I found mine. My total weight is 1495. Over the rear is 1049.
So yeah, mine's the same. Mine's 1044 over the rear and 1522 total. So this is my GOM. Yeah, because ours are identical. Just
Yeah.
full
This is my
option
GOM.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's pretty heavy.
yeah. They're heavy cars.
And you're still using slim batteries.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So How heavy is your D1, Jake?
I think that one is only like 1,100 total, I believe. It's pretty light. Let's see here, right here. Oh no, never mind. That's
It's not 11.
way wrong. No. That's way wrong. I was thinking of something else. It's 1,400 total.
Okay, so you're pretty comparable chassis to chassis.
Yeah.
No,
Let's
well,
see
his
what-
gom's like 100 grams heavier.
Yeah.
A little more than that.
Yeah. This was taken a year ago, but yeah, same. It's still the same. Haven't really changed anything on it. So yeah, 1,400 total.
Mm-hmm.
But Jake and DJ both have like the full dogs.
Yeah. But my D1 is 65-35, where the GOM is 69 rear weight bias. So
Yeah.
Are you running rear motor? No, you're high motor. That's right. Never mind.
high motor.
DJ's is
But I've
rear,
even
right?
tried.
Yeah, I got
Um,
rear motor, and
yeah.
my rear percentage is at 70. Only 1% more.
That's crazy.
I'm at 70-30.
But where's your ESC up front?
It's like right in front of the shock tower.
Oh wow, what the heck? That's crazy.
Yeah, the rear transmission has like some mount or some holes in the top of the
Yeah.
so, and then I had a ESC plate that worked for it, so I just said screw it,
It's
throwing
the
it there.
scale
Yeah.
reflex one, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's working good. I like it.
You guys, there's not very much in roast my rig.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna post one of my solder jobs.
You do whatever you want to. But yeah.
DJ has a new like stock body choice from now on, I think.
Well, how about this? How about we switch up the topics a little bit? Well, first off, Mark's asking, what body, DJ? What body?
The RX-8. Oh,
S15.
Oh, that one.
oh yeah. I
That's the
forgot
one you're
about
talking about? I have
Well,
no idea.
No, I meant like in general, you're going to be running RX-8s now, right?
Oh. Maybe for this year. Who knows what next year is gonna happen?
Who knows?
Dude.
Man, I got 2 new bodies ready for cross games and worlds. Like I'm prepared, dude.
I know.
I'm
I need to
excited.
get mine set up. I'm almost out of airbrush
I
cleaner, and I didn't wanna-
literally just got my cross games body this morning. Well, I don't own. I own it, but I don't have it.
finished.
My Corolla is somewhere, and I need to get that painted.
Your new one's just sitting on your pit.
Yeah. That shows you how long it's been since I went to the track.
So we'll give you a preview of
Been
kind of what
busy.
Jake's interview I'm trying to lean towards here, because so we've got Logan and DJ here. They're kind of like, well, they always say that they're newcomers, but now what? It's been 2 years. 2 years from start, right? Jake's
Yeah.
kind of in the
Oh.
middle, and then I'm
Yeah.
like on the far butt end on everything. But I do really think that like Jake, and honestly, we have all seen a really good window of like the growth of the Pacific Northwest in terms of drift.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
like as far as growing up in what I would say, Jake, for you is kind of like the best part of Oregon, like as far as timing goes.
Yeah.
What do you feel like the bumps and like the hardness, the hard parts of it, like because you went from rock crawling to like drifting on the little patch in Northwest to drifting at Morningside, right, in Salem, like that outside.
Oh yeah, Morningside.
Yeah, so you've seen
Yeah.
it all.
What the hell's Morningside?
It's a school in South
Oh.
Salem that we would go set up under the little basketball
Yeah.
area.
Okay.
Like, what do you think the trials and tribulations that you've seen have kind of come to the fruition of the Oregon drift scene for us? Oh, and we lost him. Of
Now he
course.
actually froze.
No. Man, I was trying real hard to make that good.
You're back.
Dang,
He's
man.
back.
Oh my God, this is horrible. The biggest thing though has just been like the community. I feel like we've had a lot of change, new faces, coming and old faces leaving.
Yeah.
And I get it because, as we've lost a space and we've gained a space and those places have been an hour and a half away. So I understand why people leave and some people
There's
don't do
just
this much.
there's a lack of stability.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Is just the lack of stability has been really difficult. And I've always been fortunate that I've, had a garage that I could drive in and then support my local people, then, let them come over and drive. But, yeah, so it's been nice for that, for sure. But I think just now having a dedicated drift track run by drifters, I feel like it's only up from here.
Which
and
that's basically the first time that's ever been the case.
Yeah,
Really.
It's been a challenge the whole time. And Kevin really did us a solid for a very long time. I mean, he really did. And so did Casey too, giving us a space. I mean, we had so much space at Northwest. It was pretty unreal.
Yeah, Northwest was insane.
Yeah, that
Was like that was too good to be true.
yeah, it really was. And I honestly missed those days because it was so much fun. And it was a lot of just us doing dumb stuff to figure out what works and what doesn't. And then, just tuning and learning what tuning, is or how these changes affect your driving in your car and all that. And so that was really nice for a lot of us to learn that. And then so when we, took the next step to, then getting drifting going up in Portland at PDX, it's like a lot of our core group could help out the new guys getting into it. And so they didn't have to deal with all of the stuff that we had to go through. It's like, we crawled so they could walk kind of a deal. So it's been nice. But then at the same time, then I'm able to then feed off of them too. It's like they get good quick and that helps me get even better. So yeah, that's how I look at it. But
Mhm.
But it's been a challenge because it's been hard to prove. It's been hard for anyone to like make a track that's financially viable.
it's still difficult. I mean, it's still not easy. It's like, yeah, I mean, we'll go in on a Saturday. The track is open on Saturdays, and not one person has been coming in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's like this last Saturday, Judge is closed because it's not worth it. I mean,
No.
and it's unfortunate. It's like people need to realize, like, if you can't just go to the track once a week or whatever, and it's going to stick around, it will close. Like, it's not free to own. It's not free to run. This costs money. This is coming out of someone's pocket. Our only goal with Drift PDX is for people to cover the rent. That's it. We are not trying to make any money on it at all. Like, end goal, absolutely, it would be nice, but we just
it'd be nice
cover the rent so that we can have a space so that everybody can come and drive.
Yeah.
Like,
Right
and
now,
have a good time.
yeah. Right now, it's
Yeah.
literally just about keeping the doors open so that we have somewhere to drift.
Yeah, and I don't know if people really, look at it that way or not. I don't know, but I just want to be very open and clear about that. Like, we're not trying to profit when we are not profiting. There's zero profit in that at all.
There's
None.
no profit.
Not and trying to be like competitive in price at the same time, right? Because like
Yeah,
parts
exactly.
in store, like yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the landscape for people retailing drift parts is pretty rough because it's pretty monopolized. So
Very. Oh my gosh, it's
when you can't,
people
like,
really don't know. I mean,
it's kind of a short-sighted. To me, it's short-sighted, sort of way that this all has been established. But when a shop can't sell parts because people are buying this stuff online for less, then it's like, okay, well, if people don't have places to drive, then they won't be buying anything. So,
And that's the thing, because like the the common person is going to look at the price that's in store and then look what's online. And even if it's a few bucks,
Yeah.
maybe $10, they're still going to buy whatever's cheaper. Like at the end of
Well,
the
it's
day.
just a convenience factor too, because these not huge but large companies they have the bankroll to bank a huge overhead, 10, 20,000, whatever it is worth of product, right? Whereas we cannot do that.
Mhm.
No. Literally, it's like we've had 2 SD3s in the shop for I think about 2 months now.
Yep.
And one of them finally sold, and that helped pay the rent. Like it was like we had no money left, and then somebody bought it, and they're like, okay, cool, boom, rent's paid now. It's like it's that tight. So yeah. So it's like that's one reason why we do multiple competitions a month, because that really does help bring in money to pay the bills to keep the place open.
That
So
is
it's like,
funny,
I know
right?
people don't
Because
like doing a lot.
we get a lot of feedback sometimes about, I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, but like about tracks being too comp focused or whatever it is. But if you look at the financials of what comps bring in versus what just open track brings in, it's kind of it's telling.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly. Yep.
On the flip side of that coin, though, it doesn't always have to be like a comp like setting, right? Matsuri. People will pay for a Matsuri. It's it's got to be
that event in August is going to be a great. It's going to be a good.
month
for us, right? But
for sure. I mean,
that takes a lot of
ideally,
work too.
Ideally, I think we want to do 2 Matsuris a year, like 2 big ones. But like obviously, Drift to Death is the main one, the big one. But outside of that, it would probably just be another one, like
Yeah, I mean, we're still trying to figure out how to do one. So
yeah, it would be like a smaller local one, like just come out for the weekend. We can stay open until you guys leave, and then we'll close, and then kind of go from there. It's not a 24/7 thing or 72-hour deal like Drift to Death. But yeah, I mean, we want to do more like that, but at the same time, we also are enjoying the comp scene and doing multiple series. So it's hard to balance everything.
I'm not saying like,
and it's summertime too. People just want to go outside and go crawling and do camping and do other outdoor activities. I get it. It's summertime. It's just how it lies. But
I mean, I've been out doing stuff the last few weekends.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I haven't been to the track.
Yeah.
Like, sure,
Yeah,
don't do
I get it.
Matsuris as much as competitions do, but make something special about it, right? Make a reason to come to it.
Yeah.
Where was I at in chat?
That's the other challenge of it, is that everybody involved has day jobs, so
right.
Yeah. Yep.
we can't always it'd be fun to do more like late night lock-in type events, but at the same time, people, I mean, the Saturday and Sunday is Judd's weekend, so he's at the track. It's not really much of a weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
Josh,
What?
What were you gonna say, Jake?
Go.
Well, Josh is asking, what is the track fee at Portland? It's $20. I've had the same struggle trying to open a local track in Tennessee, but numbers don't add up to be viable. The overhead is too great to try to manage rent, utilities, etc. Yeah. Like,
that's one thing. It's like, you have to find a space that's financially, gonna make sense, and that's difficult. That is very hard. That was hard for us. Like, so.
I mean, I'll say it once, or I've said it once before, and I'll say it again. Like, as far as what I've seen is successful business models, like with the exception of Super G and like the select few that are out there, right? Hobby shops that are successful are always kind of like side gigs. Like most of the ones that I see like down south, in where is it at? Superior RC. They do like ATVs and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's not like it's hard to make that like your main livable income.
Mm-hmm.
So very, very hard.
Joey,
you have to have a really big community.
You need a whale that loves RC drifting as a hobby. That's how it's viable. They just bankroll a hobby shop and track space.
I'm trying to win the lottery, dude, but it never fucking works. They're pissing me off.
They keep calling the wrong number.
Yeah.
Liam's in chat. Hey,
But Liam,
Liam Shields.
What's up, dude?
Have you guys been thinking of doing tandem comps and team comps at PDX?
we haven't done one yet, but that would be a good idea. We have so many events. Too.
Yeah.
I think team comps kind of got blown out of the water when we tried to do it at PDX Underground. 'Cause it got
well, I
weird.
mean, yeah, it was just it was a lot of new for that space and people and everything. So I think it would work out good now, honestly. I mean, but I think it's going to be a winter thing for sure when people are, okay, you got to be inside and then when they get back more into drifting. So, yeah.
Judd. Not a lot of teams out there. I think there's 3. That's because I think if you had a team competition,
Adam
huh?
is coming to Drift to Death.
Oh, sick.
Oh wait, I thought we always
Oh, yeah.
wasn't that always the case?
I mean, we definitely assumed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But
welcome.
I was worried.
Dr. H.
I was worried about it.
I'm like looking at the corner. Logan's all like, "Ah, what is going on?"
I think, yeah, we don't. I think we could do like a small team tandem, like 2 to 3 on a team.
Yeah. Ideally, yeah, just teams of 3. Yeah, 4 max, but ideally 3. And just go have fun. I mean,
Didn't they? I mean, they did teams of 2, right, at Rolling Garage this year.
I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
Somebody else had that one, but no, I thought that was at Pit Stop.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Jeez, another thing. Yeah, final bout. This is not the first time that final bout has come up. So that's for
Crazy.
sure.
No. Yeah.
Adam
Wow.
shows up and then Ray's right behind him. That's a little sussy.
What? Where you guys been, dude?
It's like now it's late. Cool. So that'll be rad. Dr. H coming to PDX. I didn't know I'd be living in Arizona a month ago.
That's what we should do downstairs instead of Mini Z. We should put a pickleball court down there.
Dude,
Yeah,
okay.
I was just gonna say, dude, Ray's been going on the pickle, dude, hard.
This Genki, wonder why hobby shops do well in Japan beside it being a smaller country and how ones in the US can thrive similarly. There's a shop in Japan that has like 6 RC. Yeah.
Well, the population density is like double. And 2, there's just more, drifting there is like, I don't know, way more popular, per person than it is here.
And that's not just like real drifting. That's like the RC hobby as a whole, right?
Yeah.
Because
I think just the art, like you said, the RC hobby in a whole is just so big there on all different platforms. So, yeah.
And it, like, because you look at the people, like you watch the videos, like DOS Vlog videos and stuff like that, and it's like you'll always see like the old guy in the background just doing his drifting, or like he'll interview really old people.
That's a big thing too. Like we're out here, we are pretty, I don't know, you get in your 30s and 40s, you're at the upper end of age in terms of people that are into it, right?
Yeah, it's not like this hobby requires your body to be athletic. Like you just need to be able to see your car.
Drifting is so new in the States that our generation is like the first generation that kind of got into it.
Well, even in racing, right? Because it's like
maybe the previous generation.
You don't see like a lot of older generations like still in the hobby, right? Like,
when drifting started, it was so not long ago that it was the people that were 20, 30 then is about as old as it gets now, right?
Sorry, I just read Dr. H's reply to Ray. Gotta get a racket. The hospital keeps trying to pressure me to play.
I'm not saying there's not people older than 40 in the hobby. I'm just saying it's
It's rare, like it's rare, right? Because like
Yeah.
when I look at my analytics for this channel, and I think you have access to that too, Logan. It's from 25 to 45.
Yeah.
All male.
Yeah.
All there.
Yeah.
Pickleball, another fad. However, the money would help the hobby shop. Turn the basement into a pickleball court.
Yeah, dude.
Okay. Honestly, okay. His videos is what I was trying to accomplish like last year at like Worlds, and it just fell apart. I was like, yeah,
Whose videos?
DOSLog's videos.
Oh.
This year, basically, if I come at you at SDC, it's gonna be like 30 seconds to a minute. Like, gonna be that fast. So if I'm coming up to you, just have your car in front of you, ready to go. It should be fast. And I'll avoid the ice cream truck question this year, because I don't know what it is about it, but it's like when people don't go, it's kind of like, oh, good go.
Thanks for ruining the interview.
I didn't have time.
All about the ice cream truck.
I never had
Yeah.
time to go to the ice cream truck. I was too busy.
Stuck
Drink
in
a beer.
I only went once and I didn't even go. I walked out there and I was like, I want this, and somebody got it for me. And I don't remember who it was.
I would just walk by it and I would be like, do I want to wait in that line or do I want to get another Modelo right now?
Yeah, basically that. Yeah, that's what I dealt with.
I will always find time to get some tasty treats.
Genki RC. It's like there's a hidden age limit in the US for RCs. Yeah, it's called the age limit of I can afford my own car.
Well, I mean, if you look at the RC hobby in the U.S. as a whole, there's a lot of the age goes pretty, average age is a lot higher. But just in drifting, because it's so new to the U.S., the average age is much lower.
Well, I mean, like just in general for RC, right? Because I don't know if it happened to you, but it happened to me. Like I got my first RC car, then it broke, and then I didn't have money to fix it, right? So then it's kind of like the end of that until it gets fixed some way, somehow. I need to sell Pokemon and Labubus at the shop. That would make money.
Oh God.
Yeah, we should just get on every hype toy ever and
Yeah.
camp out at the toy store and bankrupt them.
There it is. So
Right.
this is funny because like these are supposed to be a blind box, but the shop that I bought them from just had them all out like on display. So I was just like, I need these. Not all of them, just Luffy and Chopper.
Cool.
Anyway. Too bad when I was 8 I couldn't buy a fully hopped out OD Golem. Yeah. They were good videos. What kind of really? Yes. That was my favorite. Like he's so just like random in his questions. That's what I liked.
The same question you ask everybody though. What kind of girls do you like?
Yeah.
So funny. Jesus.
Oh, hey. Because show up is also a new thing in the States, right?
And nobody knows how to use it, apparently.
Yeah.
There's one guy that's been testing it.
Isn't that Mackie? Like, he did an entire video about this is what you need to do.
No, there's a guy, I don't know his name. He's been posting it on the Super G like Facebook group. Like he bought the paint without the
The binder.
base coat and like all the stuff, and it's like just strictly the paint.
Mhm.
And he's been like doing durability tests, and he actually finally painted up his body because it's been passing apparently all of his durability tests. And what he's been doing is like flexing and like hitting the
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah.
Is
and-
that so?
Yeah.
Is that how it always is, or is that just what they had to do to get it in the States?
What?
It like if you use show up paint in Japan, do you have to do all this extra binder stuff, or is that just did they like split the two parts of it so that they could ship it here? Because that was what I always heard the issue was.
I don't think so. I mean, think of it this way. everywhere else, like there are more strict regulations on things that don't kill brain cells. So here's that.
So you always need the binder. Yeah, that's yeah. Who would have thought?
Joey's on it. I think RC drifting suffers from the desire of instant gratification. Yep. Lots
Yeah,
of
it's
people
hard.
and new people into RC drifting think it will be easy and they can get to an instant high level.
Steep learning curve.
You're wrong.
Well, the other part of it, like the other aspect of that, right? Like if you get into buggy racing, it is hard to go fast, right? But you can at least like get around the track in a way that is somewhat reasonable. Like you can hop in the slow class and race those guys. Whereas with drifting, it's just kind of like you either got to know how to do it or you can't really do it at all.
Yep.
And
And
you can't tandem with anybody unless you can drift the whole track, which takes a long time to do.
well, and the track part is important too, because I bet you more than just a handful of people bought an RMX and just go drift it out in a parking lot, and that's their I can drift moment, right? And then they come to a track, and then it's a whole new game because you have to keep it in the lines now, and then all sorts of madness breaks out.
That's
PC
kind of
fighters.
that's how I learned in Assetto. I would just find like a big lot and just try to hold a drift anywhere, and then you kind of turn it down to trying to get around a track.
Mm-hmm. Jeez. Okay.
We
okay,
did.
Okay. What?
So I was answering Bao's comment about different classes. So the trouble with that is just that we don't have a lot of people showing up for comps anyways. But we did discuss like a 2-stage tournament last time where we do like a rookie class and everybody can sign up for that and they do their own bracket.
Yeah.
But then that is just they're qualifying essentially for the main bracket or something like that. We could knock that out really fast and then they can all just go jump in the other one. That way, those people get to have more experience.
Well, also we've talked about in like the wintertime doing a competition for like kind of newer people only. Basically, if you've never won a competition, this is the competition for you.
We should definitely do that for sure in the winter.
Yeah. Just trying to help a lot of newer people getting into it and getting used to doing a competition. And
But
it's
if,
really
like,
nothing to be scared of.
If during our main competition days we're gonna have 18 people, then it's like we can do like a round of 8 that's totally separate for all the the newest people, and they can have their tournament and they can have their podium, and then they can all come jump back in the other tournament. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's actually I like that too. That'd be cool.
Because it doesn't take long to run 8 people.
No, we could run through that pretty quick. And I think that would be. I think they would enjoy that, and I think it would be fun for everyone.
Yeah,
it would give them a lot more of like, their
At
money.
least
They got
it's
their
like-
money's worth.
It's
really.
like an extra
So,
battle for all those guys.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because that's the drifting is like you get knocked out and that's it. You're done.
Yeah. We could even
You
do
get one shot.
we could do the main tournament, and then everybody who lost their first battle goes and does another tournament.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like, okay, losers, go head downstairs. Your round 2 is coming.
Well, so that's it's basically a double elimination. So I think that's how RC Drift UK series is going to be this year. Like their main final thing is it's basically a double elimination. So everyone that loses drops to a different bracket, and then you have to battle your way back up through that, and then you can battle the winner of the winning side, and then that determines who won overall. So
That I don't know about because that takes forever. But yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember
For
with
sure.
that one time that we tried that?
yeah,
But we tried that at like midnight or
Yeah.
whatever it was.
we're all
Like,
dead tired.
hey, let's start doing this. But no, also it was just a bad idea. But I mean, if we plan for something like that, obviously I think we can make it work pretty quick. Just keep the ball rolling. So they're mainly doing it to get more international people to come out, since it's like obviously in the UK they want people from America and Japan, all over the world to come and do it. So yeah. Which
Did we
it's like,
hear
I get
about?
it.
Did we hear about TCRC's beginner comp? I don't remember that. If you read Adam's comment,
Yeah. I don't remember talking about it. Could be a thing.
what did they do, Adam? Dr. H?
I mean, Dr. H, I have an extra slot if you want to hop on. Honestly,
Fresh Mesa guy.
I
Big
was
Mesa
actually
guy now.
thinking about this like previous, like it's like, okay, there's only 4 guys on the stream tonight. What if like whoever just shows up on the stream, kind of like Jake did that one night,
Do a hot swap.
let me on the
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
could do that. We could do that. If we did, we should stream in Discord because then they can join like the waiting room and you can just drag people up.
Oh, that'd be cool. But
We could do
Discord
calls that way.
doesn't have as good as quality, I feel.
We could do it. We could do it audio only. So like you are in a Discord call,
Oh, and then just
and then there's a
capture
waiting room, and you could drag people into that if they could somehow hear us. I don't know how that would work.
So my prerequisite for this, since like we talked about just like letting random people join on the stream too, it would be you have to have been on the stream before. I think that would be the only
fair.
prerequisite.
Yeah.
Outside of that, like all hard RC, talk to us. We'll get you on the stream, and then then we'll go from there. I guess our initial interview would be like the trial run. I like the longer interview, Adam, and I think you did well. I like hearing about people's chassis and setups. I didn't do anything. That's just where the conversation took us. So thanks, you guys.
I am kind of bummed to hear you say that you're only going to do like really short interviews at Worlds.
It takes a
It's
lot
just a lot
of
of work.
time.
Yeah.
Because like even the rough cut interviews from last year, like I just posted them, right? I didn't do any work behind it or anything like that. And it's so like, don't get me wrong, there will still be those. It's just there won't be as many. Like I'll probably go hit up Kevin again. Definitely try to hit up some of the other important people that are like trying to get products out, or just other big people, other big names. Okay, well you can go to bed, Dr. H.
What's happening tomorrow?
Okay, switching gears. We are gonna do that thing. What we do, we're gonna roast some rigs. Jake, are you ready?
It's roast.
Oh, hold on. No, apparently I'm not ready. Let me get there. Hey, how much? What tires are you on? Real car, Logan.
My real car?
Yeah, real car.
Continental DWS.
Extreme contacts.
Yeah.
The 6s.
I've been running those forever.
So it was either that. Well, I went with Pirellis this time around. So Pirellis are the Continentals. Have you been on Pirellis before?
No.
Okay. I feel like I'm stepping into unknown territory because I've been on Michelin for like the past 20 years.
Yeah. I've been running those Continentals since like 2009.
Geez. Hold on. Always Ratchet would love to get on with the perspective of someone 6 months into the hobby. Lance, be brave, try new things. Yeah, of course. Yeah, always Ratchet, just hit us up. Either in well, hit me up on Facebook, because I'm on Facebook a lot more than I'm on Discord. I kept on like ghosting Justin on Discord for a good hot minute. Sorry if you're watching. Yeah, for me, Discord and even Instagram's a little bit better than Discord is, which is hilarious because it's my Discord channel with the guys. Yeah. What about you, Logan? What's your go-to social media?
Oh, the one that I pay attention to the most is like Facebook, which it sounds so annoying to say. Like I was done with Facebook, but that's just been where like all of our team chats and stuff exist now. So I use that mostly.
And I do have message requests right now in Discord, so I will look at them soon enough.
Discord I've barely ever used anymore. I used to be on Discord every day, but I don't really look at it too much.
I did post some stuff in Product Watch, so there's always that channel. But it's kind of interesting because it's like we go through spurts through like product releases and stuff like that.
I feel like this year's been kind of slow on that front too.
Very much slow. Like right now specifically. Hey Justin, what's up?
What's up, Justin?
Okay, so we've got some slim pickings so far. I'm only gonna be picking from today, so that's kind of the other part of this. Anyway, this is from Little's Monkey 714 with a GRK.
We can't see your what you're looking at. We just see your camera in the meet. So these boys will have to pull up the pictures.
Oh wait, hold on.
I'm in the Discord.
Oh, hold on. Jeez. Let me fix that. You guys should have told me.
I thought you were just running it that way. I didn't know.
No. I didn't mean for that to happen. Okay.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
This
Better.
is there.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently I forgot how to run a stream.
We forgive you.
How does one get an invite to the Discord? You can either scroll up or let me go ahead and copy that link again. Oh,
We should change it. It's not really Northwest RC Drift Talk anymore. It's kind of like the podcast Discord.
yeah.
The podcast boys, dude.
Hey, I was thinking about merch. If we did merch,
We have to change the name.
we'd have to change the name. But I found out that my brother-in-law is doing like he can do merch. So Judd, if you need shirts or hats or anything, he can do that. Pacific Northwest PNW Driftcast. I don't know.
Oh.
We've been down this route once before. We'll figure something.
Yeah, you're gonna have to lock into a name, dude.
Mhm.
You might do it.
And a logo.
it.
So if someone has logo designs too,
Yeah. That's hard.
maybe we'll just stick with Spleen Machine and we'll go to the DJ route.
Straight
Yeah.
spleen.
Okay, so Jake, this is something that you're used to. Tell us, what do
This-
you see?
is actually my chassis that Chris Teeter is running. I gave it to him because he wasn't able to get his just yet. And so, yeah, he's been running this D1. I think he just threw like a very rough tune on it and drove it, and he just fell in love with it. And then Lauren messaged me too, and he was like, yo, I need one of these. It's kind of funny, but I'm pretty stoked that they've been enjoying it.
It's like, give me one. Right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Looks good.
There's some fancy engraved weights.
I know. I think they're like, I don't know what those were. Usakani, maybe?
Yeah, that's what they look like.
So
Yeah.
fancy.
I love their aesthetic. I hate the quality of the products.
Yeah, I just like all the engraving and the details and stuff that they do.
The rear.
Oh, my bad. Onisiki.
Oh, Onisiki. I was
There-
way
there you
off.
go.
Honestly.
Thanks, you
Yeah.
guys. Onisiki.
Same.
Yeah, I was thinking Onisiki. I was just looking at the motor and I was like, why did I say it?
Same
Yeah,
difference.
Usakani. Yeah.
This would scare me. Labubu's, Adams, DJ, and Logan's. That would scare me.
Yeah, I don't think you want a Labubu after me. We'll probably
this
just start counting down.
JR556. I literally watched every one of your interviews, man, just to hear about the different cars. Yeah, okay. They'll still be there, but
I think, yeah, the biggest thing is just make sure you ask people about their chassis, because that's, I think, the coolest thing to me about, one of the coolest things about Worlds is just like going to a place where there's a bunch of people from everywhere and seeing what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
mhm.
Because you can see some crazy people are doing craziness. I mean, we've all seen it here on Roast My Rig, but
Yep.
it's like live Roast My Rig.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny too, though, because like in comp scene, it's like that the real interesting stuff like kind of pulls back, right? And now we're just looking at only comp stuff.
Dude, this Raiden is insane. The next photo, or no, two photos from that one. What's like a trailing arm setup on this? Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yo, insane.
It's like a fucking razor, dude.
Yeah. It's sick.
Josh, does anyone run M chassis setups? We have a smaller track around Tennessee, mostly garage and narrow track setups. I run an M chassis.
Yeah, I've got
Jake.
one too.
DJ has one.
Mhm.
But DJ has like
Fair.
the actual like the real production version
Yeah.
of it.
The MS.
Yeah, not a makeshift one.
Yeah, not some
Just
stupid
kidding.
thrown together one. Yeah, some dude made in a garage, drilling
Hey.
holes.
Hey,
The sad part is that one probably actually drives a lot better than the actual production one. So
Let's just cut this deck in half, dude, and take 30 mils out. Done.
hey, I like our mini that
Oh, I love it. It's the best. It's has yet to be beaten.
that's why I put mine away.
He's embarrassed.
Yeah,
He doesn't have a Midnight Suns.
I can't do this anymore, dude. Man. Yeah.
with,
anyways,
with
that.
McPherson, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah. It's insane, dude. The whole front 3D printed like engine bay thing and like, yeah, it's crazy.
How does that car steer though?
I want to see a photo of like the whole chassis. I want to see like the back, the transmission
Yeah,
setup.
I want to see what's going on with the
because
steering.
it looks
gear.
like it's like a GRK
Direct.
or like.
I think
you
it
know,
looks like a direct drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like drift package based, I believe.
Really? You
It's pretty
think?
cool. Look at the spur
Yeah,
gear.
you're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's a vertical mount, DP motor mount, and diff. Okay.
There you go.
Good call, Jake.
I was right. The Raiden. Plus, it's just a freaking sweet name, dude.
Should have one of the straw hats
Yeah, exactly.
just to put on top of it.
All right,
Okay, Dow. full
dude.
full option
Cool.
GOM is lighter than Jake's and DJ's.
How? You forgot something, dude.
Yeah, you're missing screws. Something.
Yeah, some.
You're lying.
Light
Boy,
up
you're
your-
lying.
I figured it out. It's the Merv, dude. Dude's
Yeah, you got a Merv on there.
Dude's Mervin. That's the difference.
Freaking Mervin. You cheater.
Yeah. That's 100% the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about a little bit over 100 grams.
Are you not worried about your blaze being like there and your ESC just like on the other side?
It's fine.
Like there are some times that I get worried. Because the
Worried
belt is,
about
like,
what?
something's gonna get chewed up like that.
I mean, it's on the other side of the guard. of
Is
the-
his
of the
belt
plate.
driven or gears? And it was got the ES rear lower arms too.
Yeah, there's a lot of plastic.
That's
I'm still
why
seeing
he's got
on
freaking
here.
ES lower arms, dude. Yeah.
There's some plastic I'm still seeing on here.
Oh, brother.
What?
Sorry guys, I am not familiar with the GOM.
He doesn't have.
Oh
You don't
yeah,
have
the
the
whole
GOM.
front end is plastic, dude.
You don't have the freaking GOM spine either. The brace, dude. What is that? You got the,
Cheater.
yeah, you got the lightweight front bumper. What is it? Dude, brother?
brother.
Poser.
You might want to delete this. Wait, hang on. You got the wrong body mounts too, right? In the rear? No, you got the right ones. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You got it.
Wait, no, hold up, Jake.
What?
Are they backwards? The rear mounts?
Let me look on my phone.
The rear body mounts?
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
think
they're-
anybody
no.
actually knows.
Oh,
They're supposed
well,
to
he
go
just-
in.
You just put them on the outside. It's. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but
No, it's overdose. There's one right way.
there's
Ah,
only one.
No,
I
there's
mean,
a whole bunch of ways.
I'm literally looking at mine
let
right
me-
now.
I will literally show you right now.
Yeah,
It's supposed to go on the inside.
I just bought this set off Buy, dude. Like this is how it's supposed to go now. Come on.
Damn, dude.
Hey, you guys, we're trying to get Dow on the show at the end of the month, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
scare
you
away.
should- Yeah,
I'm
you got to
sorry.
come on and redeem yourself, dude.
I take back everything I said.
Just watch. Like once he posts the pictures of that interview, it's gonna be all perfect.
Yeah.
Like these guys just made fun of me all roast, all stream.
Where's my rig, brother?
Yeah, you can't be mad if you're posting pictures and roast my rig.
Yeah, dude. You asked for this. All right, we'll stop there then. Let's keep pushing on. I see a DC-10 coming up here.
Hold on. So, have you guys experienced this like kind of really big discrepancy between the corner weights?
Left and right side, yeah.
Yeah, but this is pretty
Whoa,
big.
that's huge.
45 to
Whoa.
509.
Yeah.
I will say those scale pads, they're very sensitive to where you put the tire.
Sure.
Yeah. I really wish they were cupped so like it would just sit in there where
So it registers the same spot every time.
Yeah.
Oh, Lance.
I think
Yeah,
Joey
when
was
the 3D
talking
printed
about
freaking.
Joey had mentioned doing something like that. But
Yeah.
Okay, All Heart RC. What do we got here? We've got. Wait.
SD.
SD. Yeah?
yeah, it looks like SD2. I don't know Yoko's anymore.
SD3.
I don't know the between the twos
The
and the threes.
three?
I don't know.
It's a
I
3, the aluminum bulkhead.
Oh,
Guys gonna upgrade it every single year until you just can't even upgrade it anymore. And then there's option parts for it.
Oh, Josh says that he made a set of cups for the scales. It didn't work well.
Dang.
I'm wondering if there's too much of a well, I guess it doesn't matter because you can tear those.
yeah. I mean, you
the
could just put them on
scales.
tear. Yeah, exactly.
See this. This is where Hobby Wing needs to like make a change because I hate their tiny fans.
I don't like that they only use 2 screws. It just bugs me.
It's better than my one
On the
that I have
fan?
on my Orion.
Yeah.
I only have one screw in my fan.
At least you have the option to run 4 though. Those you
Yeah,
don't. You can only
true.
run 2.
True.
So weird.
Oh look, extra protection.
Yo, heck
Heat
yeah.
shrink all the way down to the
Clear.
post.
Go back.
Very cool.
Shoot.
But I think
This thing looks like it's never been driven.
oh,
It's fresh.
It's a freshie.
Yeah.
There's something that I'm seeing and that I think it's just designed like that, but you know, it's whatever.
I'm seeing something too. Dude needs a spacer on his servo horn for the link.
Oh.
The ball ends
Oh yeah, it's not screwed in all the
just
way.
floating.
I would push my tires to the outside of the wheel. How do you guys feel about
Big
that?
time, all the way out. Yeah, I do not like that look.
but fitment.
No, on performance and visually has to look good. Plus, the tire might rub on the turnbuckle too at full lock
True.
because you can see it's actually on the inside of the rim.
Or is it the
Oh,
Rev
geez, that's
P24
bad.
mils?
Yeah,
see
by
that?
like a mil or two.
You see that? Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you look at the opposite side.
yeah.
So I got
In
like
a good way though.
this right here. I do wish that like Yokomo would like just include the aluminum bulkhead
Yeah,
because like you're buying a $500-$600 car already.
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we got an LP. We've got a DC-10
Ooh.
with some clipping going on.
Oh yeah, the old saw job.
Heck yeah, dude, smart man.
Cut them off, dude.
Yeah, clean it up. Yeah,
And we
Wow.
got. What is. Oh, this is a D6.
okay.
But, okay. This needs to be fixed.
That's some wild.
What? What in the fuck?
Just know that Hobby Wing doesn't have the same like warranty thing as AccuVance does. So
Got on one hand, I understand. I get it. I've been there. But yeah, cut them.
Why does the pinion have to be backwards? That seems like something's wrong.
I mean, is it actually backwards or is it just a preference thing?
Yeah, I think it's just a preference thing. Maybe so you can see the number on the outside.
Because I run a pinion gear like that on one of my chassis.
Okay.
Yeah, there's been times where I've like bought different pinion gears and like one way it works and then the other way it doesn't. I'm just all like, what? It's a pinion gear. Y'all need
Yeah.
to be on the same page, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever you guys say.
I wish they would print the numbers on the little edge of it too, not the actual like face.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be caught dead doing that, but whatever. You guys can do whatever you want, I guess.
Dow's work in progress.
What is this? Wait, go back. Look at look at the fan on back on All Hearts. Look at this
Yeah.
3D printed fan deal.
Yeah.
Hey, my Kirby. Oh wait, no, not. I don't have a Kirby. I have a donut. My donut is 3D printed.
That's fine, but the whole
a
point is
donut,
the radius of that edge, not just have a 90-degree edge.
That's okay. We know that whole velocity stack on an RC
Yeah.
car doesn't work anyway.
I know that's just like straight up admitting that it does nothing by not even designing the radius into it.
Okay. What it's really doing is that it's trying to give an effect of laminar airflow direct to the ESC.
Yeah, that's what you really need on a laminar flow is a 90-degree corner.
Dow, is this body the new JZX overdose body? It looks like it. Yeah, it is.
It has the cutout.
I answered my own question. Yeah, I looked at the roof, the sticker on the roof.
Mhm.
It's cool. It's not for me, but it's a cool body. Backy certified. Oh no.
So you don't cut your fingers off from the fans. All art.
You see his zoom in on his magnet. Yeah, that's sick.
That's cool. I'm assuming that those are like on the magnet underneath, right?
Seems like it. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay. Moving on.
That's a clean body.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Is that the new HPI body?
I bet you it's
Looks like
the
it is.
MST one.
Yeah, it looks like
Or
the
that's,
MST
yeah,
one.
sorry, that's what I meant to say. I don't know. why
You
I
know
said that.
how? Because it has body holes. Well, not
Yeah.
body holes, but body dimples.
The dimples, yeah.
And then it
Yeah.
has the weird fender thing. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
it's all one.
I am a
Right.
fan of MST bodies. I don't care about the whole little weird line
They're
on the.
lines.
Yeah.
Why do they do that?
I've always noticed that on my GRs too. I'm like, why is this here? Like,
Is it like
It's probably
I'm trying
because of
to think of-
molding.
yeah, like
Yeah.
is it so they can use a different mold for the front of the car?
Isn't this one piece?
it's all one piece, but I think it's just like maybe the mold where they like can pop it, like inject air to pop it out. Maybe I don't know. I have no idea.
Like you could have part of the mold be in two pieces, so you could change that piece of the mold, so you could have like a different style front end on a car.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
So like the rest of the car stays the same. You don't have to make a whole new mold.
I feel like you'd have a solid line, like a big one, though, if you did that. But I
Well,
don't know.
that's what Dow's kind of
Yeah, multi-piece mold.
Yeah,
molding crease.
So they could still make the same like S whatever, and then
yeah.
change out the front. But then it's like I don't know.
I mean, it's on the rear too. On the if you go to the next, yeah,
Right.
that photo, just go up. It's right on the rear too.
Oh, on
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's annoying, but anyways, yeah. Oh, is that Carbon Fury?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a shark.
yeah.
whoa.
It's like weird looking at a Carbon Fury chassis. Because there's not a lot to it.
You know,
As
yeah.
in, there's too much to it. There's not a lot of carbon there.
Yeah. You should get the narrow rear shock tower.
It's not required though.
But it's way cooler.
It is way cool, and it's
Dude,
threaded.
it's so
It's-
wide.
it's
and
We're
threaded.
gonna have
yeah.
shocks
Yeah.
way out there, anyways.
Yeah, no, the upper link is a threaded hole versus just a fucking drilled out hole. Or the carbon one. I have the carbon one. I like the carbon one. It's nice. Man, I don't really see a lot to like roast on this thing though. Pretty clean.
Oh, I forgot. We're supposed to be roasting. Shoot.
Yeah. I guess for me, it's just a shock tower. It's too wide,
I don't even think that it saves that much weight. Like,
but it just visually
Doesn't
looks
matter.
better.
Yeah.
It visually looks so much better. Sometimes looks is all that matters, dude.
Falcon Fox.
Yeah, this thing is pretty cool.
Is this the
The MST chassis.
Yeah.
Well-
What is? Oh, it's for the fan.
It's the FRX.
this isn't the crap, what is it? Fury Tech motor, right? I don't think it is.
No, this is Rocket.
Oh,
GYD.
he's lucky.
Or-
He hid the solder.
Yeah,
Smart.
he flipped him. He's like, hell
That's
no,
Smart.
not today.
Yeah, and the motor
Everything,
ones have the heat shrink around it, so you can't
Yeah.
even see it.
That's
Everything
how you do it.
tucked up. This guy's like, hell no.
It's like he knew.
Next. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Although,
Get out of here.
Dang
I
it.
mean, they do make fans that don't need this adapter here,
Yeah, that wiring is a little bunk, dude.
and they do make purple fans too.
And purple shocks.
Just the positioning in general of the front fan is a little haphazard.
I can't say anything about that because I've done that. Like it's on my Nervous Mini. It's a little weird.
I really want to like get one of these or drive one that's like set up well. So
Good luck.
I know it's a cool looking chassis. But
It's interesting for sure.
Did you
Yeah,
not
Not
drive
in the
Austin?
hands of an MST boss.
What?
Did you not drive Austin's?
I did, but it drove terrible.
Okay. So when he first got his Travis 2, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
he had one of those.
Yep.
I thought it drove fine.
Yep.
And then it went through some sort of tuning thing, and then it was weird.
Yeah.
Like when he first put together his FRX,
Yeah.
it drove fine.
For me, I think it was always just the electronic tune, like gyro servo tune, needed some work. But
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, this coming from Lowered
Ooh.
Coupe 3.8.
another LP.
What?
Whoa, what kind of bullet plugs are those?
What kind of shock? You can't have shocks on an LP, dude. That's not allowed.
Those bullets.
These are
Oh yeah.
hazardous traditional bullets
Yeah.
here.
They just keep it tight, dude. The spring loaded.
There's no
Putting
heat shrink on
shocks,
that.
putting shocks like
I-
that on an LP is not. You can't do that.
I mean, I know the LP doesn't have the biggest opinion gears, but like that literally looks like there's no pinion gear there.
It's there.
Burn
What's
team,
the thing?
baby.
Yeah, Burton.
I guess it'd be the other way.
Well, okay. So wait. Are these shocks actually doing anything?
They're just sitting there. You know,
Because like it's on
Or would it
such
help
a
try to stiffen the flex?
It's the flex for the front end.
Uh,
this right here, this Savic
Yeah,
servo right
I
here.
was looking at that.
That's probably like the most detrimental thing to this chassis. But hey,
How does
it-
it drive?
if it drives good, then it drives good.
Yeah, that's like I'm just curious if it gets any shake or anything.
Yeah.
Like, because Ben ran those servos forever, and his stuff was just like going crazy.
Yep.
you know you're having a good time when you see the brown, red, and orange wires.
Oh yeah,
Moving on. RC Mitch.
birthday boy. Everyone tell this guy
Birthday
happy
boy.
birthday.
So this SX3 has come so far from the
Yeah.
days of Northwest Hobbies. Oh, and he has some Rev D wheels going on.
Yeah.
I need to get myself a set of those. And he's got a RDX for his outside plate weapon.
That was the RDX that was bolted to the wall at PDX.
Oh, is it?
It is back in action.
I'm glad that's where it should be. That's a way better
Yes.
spot than bolted to
Oh,
the
yeah.
wall.
Yeah, he told me he wants an outdoor car, and I was like, this is the one. I support outdoor cars. And that's my old Macklin motor too.
That must be John's nitride.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking too. Just
I
sick,
still
man.
would want to mess with those.
I love the wear on the front tires. It's so good.
Looks like a Formula One car.
He should have posted the photo. He did not. He posted it on Facebook of like that car like airborne earlier today. Sick.
He posted another picture in Just Pics.
Oh, maybe that was it then. I don't know. I saw it somewhere. Oh, here we go. He did put this other, not Mitch. Yeah, the Raiden. I got a top view. That is sick.
Oh,
Is
hold
that
on.
Judd's Mustang body?
There it is. No,
Yeah.
that's actually Mitch's. Mitch left it at the track.
Oh,
We just hung it up on the wall, and then he swapped it out. There's a different one there now.
Okay,
Yeah.
going out of order here.
Sorry, you didn't have to. I was looking ahead.
back to this thing.
That looks like a backwards MC1 deck.
Dude, this is a D1 before D1s were D1ing. Dude.
This is a deep adventure.
This is sick. I saw one of these on Buy like about a year ago, but it was like just the deck and like minimal parts. And I was like, I was gonna buy it. I bid on it and I lost. And I'm glad I did because I was missing a lot of stuff. So
I wonder what this feels like, because the lever ratio, like where the shock is at, is
Yeah.
it's like a very precarious position.
it's pretty rad.
This would be interesting to see drive.
Yeah.
I'd want to see it.
Where's this guy located, dude? I want to drive this thing. Bring it to Worlds or Texas if you're in Texas.
I do have a vertical motor mount plate if you want to try it.
For drift package?
Yeah.
I have one too. Am I nervous?
Well, I have a spare, so
Oh yeah.
not a nervous though. Like Team Suzuki or
Oh.
whatever it is. Okay, going back.
I like this HPI. I think it's no, that's not HPI. Yeah, it is.
The S13.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks
this body is like I've seen it a lot.
Yeah. That was the first body I got when I got back into drifting, and I sold it, and I regret it. It was so cool.
Was it the discount tires one?
It was gray. Yeah, it was a discount tires one, but it was painted like a gunmetal gray. It was pretty sweet.
Apparently, there's no shake from a Savic servo.
Hell yeah. You got it figured out, dude.
Or at least that's if I'm connecting the names appropriately, since names don't transfer.
I mean, I'm going to say yeah.
Tang
Second.
888. We've got a, what is this? MD2. No SD3.
Ooh, I like the tail sliders. Front bumper. That's nice.
Was tail slider still a thing like these days?
I think so. I'm not really sure if they're still making product or not, but
Street Junkie. RD 2.0 with a top line chassis. Thank you. I really do need to just buy a bag full of these. It's like $10 for like 400 or something like that.
from where?
Some just bulk parts dealer.
Oh,
Ben
The
sent me the
wire
link.
tied things.
Yeah. Instead of like the $20, $30 wire clamps that you can get from Overdose.
yeah. One Up makes
GRK.
them too.
It's good looking.
Yeah, pretty clean.
Basically a MC1 kind of front end kit going on.
Yeah, their upper arm
Mhm.
kit.
That just goes to show you, though, you stick with a RD2 or an RD, whatever number they're on, when you buy your car, you can do a whole lot to that thing for a long time.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Like your entire upgrade option is pretty much laid out for you by Yokomo as well as literally everybody else.
Every company makes stuff that you can add to it.
All Heart RC, DC10
And
with
then
all
when
the
you're
aluminum.
done, you'll realize that it drives the same as it did when you first got it and it was plastic.
That's not true. That's not true at all. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, love the customization of Yokomo. I like out of anything, that is probably one of the better reasons to buy a Yokomo is because
Yeah.
of all of that.
Everything is like based off of Yokomo, it seems like. So
Because like think of it this way, like
It probably drives worse.
like for GRK, right? Everything basically has to be, for the most part, GRK, right?
yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same with Overdose. Same with.
And you can make
Name
the
it.
changes, right? It's just like to get into the ecosystem, you're probably buying all of the normal parts anyway. Okay, you guys. It is that time. It is
9:08.
9:08. I gotta get to bed
Yeah.
so I can wake up early tomorrow.
Go to work.
Yep. A long day.
Yeah, and then I've gotta do a test setup and make sure that everything works for all of the camera stuff. Then I'll be up there on Saturday.
Sweet.
All right, you
Sweet.
guys. Here's another plug. Last one of the night. If you want to be on the show, hit us up. Like,
Thanks for watching.
it's simple. Thank you for watching. Thanks you guys for being here. As in you guys, Logan, DJ, and Jake.
Yep.
Thanks for streaming.
Anytime. All right, guys.
Probably
Have a good
fun.
night.
Yep. We'll be here
Bye,
next
guys.
week. Later.